Hi everyone, I'm Bryton and welcome to Food and Literature. Today we're making Wonka's Butterscotch. Now this butterscotch is not your normal butterscotch. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Wonka's Butterscotch gets the Oompa Loompas drunk as lords apparently. So what we're going to do is use a technique called Fatwashing. So Fatwashing is where you take a spirit and you infuse it with a fat-based flavor such as butter or bacon, and you can even use things such as peanut butter because it's got an oil base to it. Now the quality of our ingredients is going to be very important. So what we're using here is a 10-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, and we're also going to use Danish butter, so that's the best type we have in our grocery stores here. So we're going to take our Scotch, we're going to take a wide mouth glass jar and a shot glass. We're going to fill the glass up with about 3 shots worth of the Scotch. That's 2, and we'll do 1 more. 3. Okay. So now we're going to take our butter, and you're going to want to cut about 50 grams worth of the butter off. So turn on your stove and heat up a frying pan and just let that butter melt until it's liquid. You don't want to burn it or boil it, but just make sure it turns to liquid. Now we're going to pour that into the Scotch. We're going to close that up and just give that a really good shake until it's mixed together. Now we've mixed that up, so we're going to set that aside for a few hours. As you can see now, the butter and the Scotch is separated, so the butter is sitting on top. So now we're going to pop this into the freezer for a few hours, so it's going to make it easier to remove the butter. So we pop that out of the freezer, and as you can see, that's really quite hard. And we're just going to scoop that top off. Now in some cases that butter will just pop right off and slip right out, but in this case it seems to be breaking off in little bits and pieces. Take a wide glass and place a strainer over it and just pour that Scotch through for a first round, just to get rid of any larger bits and pieces. So next we're going to take a coffee filter bag and put that over a second glass. We're going to filter this even more. So just let that sit and it'll slowly drip out, but at some point you can also give it just a little bit of a squeeze. Now personally I prefer to stop here, and I'd rather have the butterscotch mixed in with a Coke or straight, but in Wonka they describe it as having butterscotch and soda, which I'm not a huge fan of, but normally you do about 2 shots of Scotch and fill the rest of the glass up with soda.